So welcome to our monthly Lifewave LiveYounger Success Team call. Today is Tuesday, November 4th, 2025. We're so glad you're here tonight. Tonight's call is extra special. We're thrilled to welcome our Executive Director, Pete Radekop, who's joining us to share powerful insights on building momentum and finishing the year strong. Pete's leadership, consistency, and real-world wisdom have inspired so many of us, and tonight he's bringing the same energy and experience to help each of us stay focused, and lead with excellence. So, and there is more to come. We have great highlights about the the conference that we had, and I'll pass it on to Pete now.
All right. Thank you so much, Corolla. Appreciate all you do for the team as always. Always nice to see you step out of your comfort zone and you're just an amazing individual who's always at the plate when it comes to the wonderful opportunity of Lifewave that we have. So we're thrilled tonight. We've got some real special people in the house, but before we get to them, we're going to start off things a little different today. And as most of you know, we all come back from the Anaheim convention in California, and wow, what an amazing experience that we had. And we're going to rotate through the directors here a bit and share a little bit of their experiences from highlights from attending the Anaheim convention, and of course, some of the great highlights there. And I personally am not a huge Elton John fan, but I mean, it was wonderful to see Elton John come out of retirement. Just goes to show the connections that David Schmidt has, and the Doobie Brothers. The entertainment they had was just amazing. We weren't there for entertainment. We were there to learn, but it's always nice to know that we have a CEO and owner like David Schmidt who thinks of the future. He's always thinking 5 years, 10 years, 15 years ahead, and it's absolutely amazing to be with a company like that and to facilitate practically 10,000 people attending this convention. I mean, it was a buzz, and anybody who was there, you will agree with me, it was hard to catch up with people. And even for our very own group shot, we had 30 plus success team members in Anaheim, so that was great, and was wonderful to see so many of you there, and the leaders that stepped up to the plate. I'm so proud of each and every one of you, even if you attended virtually. I mean, virtual was great too. We had a lot of people that couldn't make it to Anaheim this year, and they gathered together and they did a virtual session in their home. I know Carl Krebs was in that boat and had people down, so we'll hear from him. But I want to start off with the attendees, the directors, the main directors that were in attendance at convention. I want to share, for me personally, the highlight. It's always the people, getting together with the people, seeing them personally, and seeing old friends and Michael Jaco and Sunwolf and Sunshower, like people that we've known forever. And I could go on and mention so many names, but for the sake of the time, I'm not going to. I got to see David Jumper down there personally as well, and asked him. I think it was at the Doobie Brothers concert where I ran into David Jumper and asked him, or was it the Elton John concert? I can't remember, but asked him to come on this evening, and he said yes, absolutely. We could hardly hear each other; it was so noisy, but it's always been about the people for me. I mean, 33 plus years full-time in the network marketing industry. I have never, ever been with a company like Lifewave with a CEO and owner like David Schmidt that just is so forward-thinking, and he's just an incredible individual. And I know you'll all agree with me. So for me, it's the people. Just love the people and associating with them. And I'm not much of an early bird, so thank goodness we have replays. All of us that bought the convention ticket, we get to watch the replays, and I've been busy doing that on sessions that I missed or sessions that I want to recap on and get to know this Lifewave Now app that we're having right now. And it's AI working for me. It's composing these amazing posts for me. Not that I post a lot on social media, but there's another webinar immediately following our webinar tonight. So stay tuned. That Lifewave Corporate is doing. Immediately when ours ends, that one will start, and it will focus on the new AI tool, the Lifewave Now. And for those of you that are scared of AI, don't be. This thing will become your best friend, and it's amazing at what this thing will do with the minimum amount of questions that it asks from you to fill in. and you can try it for free for 30 days. So if you haven't downloaded the Lifewave Now app, it's far superior to InTouch app. You're going to love this. So I want to start off this meeting with our very own Judy Friesen, and I'm going to get her to share. She had some great attendance this year. Her Dr. Jess was down in Anaheim, and we had a little meeting with her down there. It was just great to see Judy just full of joy and being in her realm, being in her space. So Judy, take it away and share with us the highlights from Anaheim.
Well, thanks, Pete. Yeah, it was quite an incredible trip. And for me to see 6 of my people there was really very special. And, you know, it was about the love, the caring, the sharing that was going on. David is a master when it comes to helping us to understand where he comes up with his incredible wisdom, which is from the Bible and from his study of the Word of God. But what I really thought that I'd highlight is not only that he's got a number of inventions coming out that are going to blow our minds, but I want to zero into one tiny little tidbit that you all know I probably would love because I'm really into the science. And I think it's worth repeating. David said that when you combine carnosine, the patch, which is called Advance in Canada, carnosine and Celergize have been shown to help decrease telomere length. And if you don't know what telomeres are, look it up. But this is key, people. This is finding literally one of the key points to our longevity. And that is what a lot of what LifeWave is about, is looking at living younger and living better and longer. So think about that just for a second. If you could just go and talk to somebody and challenge them and say, hey, did you know that you can actually preserve your cells and live longer just by combining a couple of the patches, carnosine and Celergize, but obviously X39 was key. And I came away just feeling like through the eyes of my team, the new people that were there, it revolutionized more of why I'm in this company, because I could see it through brand new people's thoughts and actions and what they were excited about. So thank you for giving me that time. And we have lots more to tell from the conference, but that was sort of a takeaway, is just the camaraderie and the opportunity to understand a little bit more of the science.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Judy. And I was absolutely thrilled to have the opportunity to meet your newest manager, Dr. Jess, and her husband at the Hilton rooftop event. And she seemed to be having a lot of fun down there as well, and her husband as well. Do you think they came away from the convention with a different outlook in terms of going in, or what are your thoughts there, Judy? Just curious from a brand new person that attended.
Yeah, there was no doubt that they were thrilled with the way that the conference was run. The proof is in the pudding. They already bought their 2 tickets for next year before we even left that session when it was announced. So that tells you everything. If somebody like them is going to say, no matter what we're doing in our life, we're going to make time to come back down again. That was huge for me. But what really, really was exciting was seeing them talk to other people that sat near them and hearing their testimonies. And they heard some unbelievable testimonies. They would just keep going around everywhere they went. They said, so why are you in LifeWave? Why are you in LifeWave? And they just came away really impressed. And they are in it for the long haul.
Awesome. That's what I thought too, Judy. So it's great to see brand new professional people like that come into LifeWave and walk away with some real value. And I think that's what happened to every person that attended that LifeWave convention. Value, action-packed. All right, to keep things moving along, our very own Lana from Regina, Saskatchewan. Her first convention, she was on the teeter-totter whether she'd go or not, and last minute she pulled it off, and she got to come down. She was down at Robin and Gregory's a week or so before the convention, trying the water out, and I know Kroll and Roger have had that opportunity too, but Lana had one of her downline directors there as well, Kirk and Karen Hollowas, and one of her brand partners as well. So Lana, you take it away and share with us your takeaways from the convention.
Thanks, Pete. Yeah, we had a fantastic time, I think, as everybody did. I had Kirk and Karen were there, and then Tanya Deschart was there with me, and then Corey Dradiger also came down. So I think all of us came away very inspired. And I would say that if there's anything that you're thinking about in a conference that you why you need to go, it's for inspiration. I witnessed everything that I felt that I'd seen in little snippets in such a magnified way at the conference. We had everything from the science explained to us to the feelings. It was amazing. It was just, something that we really, really appreciated, the inspiration behind. And if there's anybody that has any doubts of what kind of technology exists for us to grasp hold to, they need to come to the convention, because you would never be able to walk away. I know I turned to Tanya and Corey at one point and said, tell me who could listen to this man, this genius, David Schmidt, and say, there's nothing here. There's something there for everybody. And we've arrived at the most amazing company with the most incredible foresight to what's coming in the future. And I was just completely blown away with what he's going to be rolling out in the next 2, 3, 5, 8 years, and can only imagine what's after to come. But we're definitely in a company that is forward thinking, and that's exactly where we need to be in this age. And I would also have to say that David really made an impression on me, and what a faithful man he is. And boy, I sure do appreciate that in the age that we live in. So really grateful that I got to go.
Awesome. It was great seeing you there, Lana. It was like you were in your glory at the convention. Like you were just like a social butterfly. You were just all over the map, and you just got to meet so many new people as well, and leaders in the company, and then you just fit right in there, Lana. So it was awesome seeing you. Is Karen with us tonight? What are your
I think she actually had to work late tonight, so she sends her regrets.
Okay, no worries. Then we'll do Karen next time. And what about Lada? Is Lada in the house? Lada from Abbotsford, British Columbia. Is she in the house? She may not be with us. I didn't see her in the list. So, all right, we'll do Lada and Karen on our next call. And I want to flip it over to Carola. They did, Roger and Carola did the convention. Of course, they did the Welcome Center right after. So, Carola, please share with us your key takeaway. And Roger, you're there as well. You're a couple, so we'll hear from both of them.
So yeah, thanks so much for everything, you all. The convention was just like usual. David Schmidt always talks about his faith, and that's always a key point for me as well as for many other people, right? So, and oh, sorry. Anyway, so I learned a lot because the first takeaway, he always gets into numbers and stuff. I know it scares some people, but for me, I know how much it means. And so that was one. And the other part was about exercises, that you only need actually 80 seconds a week. Like for me, that is going to the gym 80 seconds a week to exercise and do it properly. It's something that spoke to me a lot, and so that's all I wanted to say, and I'll share, like, let Roger share what he got from the Welcome Center.
I'm so jealous, Carola. You guys got to do the Welcome Center. I haven't even been able to do that yet. So, Roger, take it away. Share with us.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear, Roger.
Yeah, we planned a road trip out of it and enjoyed the view all along. So it was a lot of driving to do, but anyways, it was totally worth it. The Welcome Center, it's a unique experience. I cannot describe in words what words wouldn't do justice if I tried to explain it, but you have to be there and experience it, and it's incredible what you see, how far ahead the guy is thinking, what he's building with power generation, even be the ability to have enough electricity from your own generation and sell that back to the grid. So it is a unique experience. And the way from there we experienced the water, which gave me a lot of clarity in my head when I drink it. So it's a unique experience too, the water. You can't explain it in words. So thank you.
I am so jealous, Roger. You got to try the water before I did. I pleaded with the company to allow me, because I'm a Mexican brand partner, I wasn't on the list to be able to buy a water machine originally. And I even wrote them an email, but I have to wait. Everybody else does. So the new batch, the new version of the X2O machine comes out in January sometime, they're saying. So look forward to that. All right, thank you so much, Roger and Corolla. And just for the records, you guys know they're sponsored by Carl Krebs, who was attending virtually. And I also want to hear from Carl, Roger and Corolla's sponsor here, what it meant attending virtually, because if you couldn't attend, you could always do the virtual thing, and that's what Carl and Margaret did. So Carl, if you'd mute yourself, and then we'll go to Rowena right after. And Rowena was also at the convention, and she is a one-star manager right now, and it's awesome to see so many people excited about the new comp plan. But Carl, if you could share your virtual experience with us and your takeaway from your perspective, that'd be great.
Yes, and good evening to everybody and our esteemed guests, and looking forward to hearing what David Jumper has to share. Yeah, out of the 5 years since I was first introduced, and having traveled the hard way down to the first conference in 21 through a closed border, I decided this year, because it just didn't work out, to attend virtually. And I have to say the virtual presentation was as inspiring, I think, as to everybody that was there. I felt it was extremely well presented. It was very professional. There were some things that could be muted for copyright issues, but I'm going to sum up my inspiration in one word, and that word is opportunity. Lifewave and the ingenuity and the creativity and the genius mind of this man, David Schmidt, presents opportunity for everyone. It is, of course, to us who are already in here, and for those that are looking for what we have. They're either looking for it in the way of natural health, natural, wholesome, healing health, and the opportunity to advance themselves up and improve their life by earning a substantial income or even just a sideline income. David Schmidt is not resting on his laurels. He could easily stop here and ride this thing out. He could opt to sell the company for an exorbitant amount of money. But this man is committed to doing something, and that is creating a true legacy company. So for me, as I listen to him, and we don't get to see everything, but enough is being shown as he pulls back the curtain to show us that there's so many more good things coming to us, not the least of which Roger mentioned, the home energy system. And I love seeing Roger and Corolla there, talking to them while they were there, being inspired. They've gone a couple of conferences now too. And it is inspiring for both being in attendance and watching virtually. So we had a great discussion in my home. One of them, people that attended, is not yet in our community, but I'm sure she will. So to everybody, I know you were as inspired as I was, and it was a great conference, and look forward to next year what David has planned. So let's all get busy. Let's go.
All right, let's go is right. Thank you so much, Carl. Appreciate that. And he also had another one of his downline members here under Roger and Corolla, Rowena, and her husband Chris were also live in attendance, and her mom, I see she's with us. I think she was on virtually. But Rowena, if you would sum it up in a short little 1 minute, what was your biggest takeaway from the convention?
Well, it was my second convention that my husband and I went to, and it was just a different experience being in a convention center. They did an amazing job with having like a 360-degree stage. Lots of like amazing views that you could see from everywhere. And I really, really like the connections. Like I got to chat with Kai, and that was great. And I met Lada, and I met Janice from her team, and Susan, like there was just so many people that I met that it was great like that way to connect and get on fire that way. But I really enjoyed Code of Creation, viewing that documentary for the first time. And then chatting with Geraldo, seeing Mickey Willis, like it was just wonderful to be a part of that, and just know that this company is getting bigger and bigger. It's not backing down, and yeah, we're just gonna keep going higher. We got in at the right time. That's what I was telling my brand partner yesterday. You're in it at the right time. Getting people on board now is the best.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much, Karina. Yeah, it was great seeing you and Chris there as well. And I think your mom was at home watching virtually. Is that correct? For the sake of time, we won't have time to interview everybody here today or have everyone take the mic any further. But I do see Lada, our director from Abbotsford, is now. Lada, are you able to share in a minute or less your biggest takeaway from the convention in Anaheim? Would love to hear from you. I didn't see you here before. I see you now.
Hi, it was absolutely incredible to be there in person, to hear the inspiring stories, and to hear where Lifewave is going, and to meet all of you. And we are excited. We are excited. Thank you. Yeah.
That's awesome. It was my first time meeting you in person, Lada. So that was real special as well. You and your husband both attended together. So way to go. Awesome. Awesome. We have an amazing team here. And I just want to thank each and every one of you, whether you attended live or whether you attended virtually or you're watching the replays now that we posted in our Success Team WhatsApp group. It's been an amazing journey from the very first convention. 2020, there was no convention. COVID shut all that down. So 2021 was the first year where Carl and I made the decision to go to convention. And my gosh, at that time, to get in an airplane, we had to get some fake paperwork that we were vaccinated. Oh my gosh, it was a crazy world at that time, but we found a way to do it. So we went down to Florida and attended our first convention. I wouldn't miss one. So today, you know, the rest of the evening here, we've got two real special people here. We have a very special individual here tonight, Mr. David Jumper, who's been around Lifewave from the very beginning, and of course, he's been indicted into the new Hall of Fame. And I want to share just a short little clip with you guys here. So before I call David up, just give me 1 second here, and I'm going to see if I can share this. If you guys can hear this, this is from the replay here.
Let's give a warm Lifewave welcome to Mr. Chris Markowski. Through thick and thin, Mr. David Jumper.
All right. So in addition to the blazers, in addition to the jewelry, we are also going to be giving them everything in the silver and gold levels, but we're going to be giving them more after we bring the other winners on stage.
Here's a short clip there from Mr. David Jumper down at the convention in Anaheim. Let me just pause this here. The audio is still going here. I think I stopped to share there. You guys, share's gone, right?
Yes.
Okay, perfect, perfect. Let me just get back on cue here to the right screen here. And I want to turn it over to our upline. 21 years with Lifewave. I mean, 21 years. And that's, I guess, what it took to be part of the Hall of Fame. And David, you've been there from the very beginning. We'd love to give you the floor here for 10 minutes and just share from the heart. And how do you stay focused? How do you continue to build? You've been on our webinars in the past, and we appreciate you so much. And please join me in welcoming Hall of Famer David Jumper.
Thank you, Carl. And thank you, everybody. You know, it's been, it has really not been difficult to stay focused on Lifewave. for 21 years. With David Schmidt at the helm, it's been a real joy, and always, never a dull moment. David's mind never stops, and he's really the one company owner, the one CEO that I've worked with in network marketing that I literally could trust with my life. I've had many. Before Lifewave, I joined many companies over the years looking for that perfect company, the perfect product, and the perfect owner, really, because so many of them were just they wouldn't look at you straight in the eyes, and with David Schmidt and his integrity, that really is for me, that's number one. Rowena, I really absolutely agree with you that this is the best time to be joining Lifewave. And that really comes down to because the opportunity with Lifewave has never been better. And Carl, that one-word summary of the conference, that's perfect, because you really can't put that conference. It's pretty hard to summarize it. It's just you take an afternoon to try to summarize that conference. So really what we've got here, I was talking with Gregory Muscari, and Gregory said, this plan is brilliant, and the launch is really the best he's ever seen. This is a perfect storm with everything that's going on with Lifewave, and now the opportunity is much better than it's ever been. And for me, there's always been a missing element for new young brand partners until now, and that missing element was really that there is actually a few things and those few missing elements in the compensation plan that many of us have been asking for many years were solved and presented to us with a bow, with the launch of the compensation 2.0. We've got a plan now that we can truly be excited about, not just excited about the X39, sharing that, but excited about also sharing that opportunity and showing people very specifically what they can begin to earn and all these extra bonuses along the way, which are so exciting that have been missing. Before with, just basically we had the binary plan and the binary plan, it's a great plan. Once you start cycling and you start earning the binary bonuses, but until then, for newer people, it's always been a little challenging. And I think we'll see much greater retention now with this plan. And in the beginning, I was a little concerned about the plan because I felt it seemed complicated. When you look at the whole thing together, it's like, wow, that's just too much. We really need a simpler comp plan. But actually, when you look at this plan as a young brand partner, you're not looking at the whole plan. You're looking at the first phase of the plan, and that's the retailing. That's the and the retail part of this is phenomenal. You not only have the retail bonuses, but we've got other bonuses built in to that your retail bonus. You've got the 9-week bonus where the level bonus, you have the 9-week launch bonus as well, and you've got these additional bonuses that really propel that new brand partner into retail sales, and then we also have we still have the PIB, which is great, and that used to be kind of the only instant money that people had in the beginning, of Lifewave, and now we've got so much more, but we've got the PIB, as well, and we have a plan now that pays out the same total commissions to the field, up to 60% payout, and so Lifewave has not been devising a plan to figure out how they can cut the commissions down. They've been devising a plan and really working with the field. And David would not sign off on this plan until really it did what he wanted this to do, and that is to create more retention and pay more people earlier in the plan more money, and the companies achieved that with 65% more brand partners earning income, and still maintaining that 60% total company wide payout. So that's powerful. We've got basically, I really believe this plan's a work of art now. With the 9 ways to earn, we don't need to look at all those. We don't need to explain all those 9 ways to earn. Like, it's phenomenal, but we don't need to explain all those 9 ways to earn, at least not in depth. Maybe just to sort of paint the picture, but those can all be learned basically as people are moving up in the ranks, and they're earning their launch bonus. They're earning their the 9-level, or I should say the 3-level bonus, which basically this 3-level the 3-level bonus is something that's really amazing, because you can start to earn 3 levels of bonuses on your brand partners in depth and on their retail sales. And that was something that we never had. Before, you could sponsor a whole bunch of brand partners and really not be earning any money unless you were cycling, or other than just your product introduction bonus. So that 3-level bonus with actually not just 3 levels, but 3 levels with compression, 3 levels of active people to be paid weekly bonuses on that is just phenomenal. And there's so many things now. I think my point is that now when I'm selling the business to new people, I can, you can promote, you can really sell the benefits of this comp plan, and show people how they can earn money step by step, and show them that pathway to begin earning that consistent money right off the bat, by retailing, by recruiting, and so many ways there. And that really, to me, just makes this opportunity so much stronger. We're not just, product based now. To me, we've got really the perfect balance of product and opportunity. We've got phenomenal cutting edge product, phenomenal cutting edge opportunity, and it's just perfection in my opinion. One thing we've been asking for so many years was rank advancement bonuses, and now we've got that. We've got that $500 bonus when somebody hits 1-star director. We've got the 2-star executive bonus now, or I should say the 1-star executive bonus at $5,000, and then the 1-star presidential bonus at $50,000, then 2-star at $75,000, 3-star at $100,000. These are huge bonuses that David Schmidt, has dug deep to, and really calculated everything to be able to pay out these bonuses and stay within that 60% payout. At the same time, pay everyone all along the way through the plan. Not to mention the leadership quarterly bonus pool. That's just kind of icing on the cake for leadership. And really, it's just it's something that it was just really a surprise when David Schmidt introduced that quarterly bonus pool, because I wasn't expecting it. That was something that is just very few companies. No companies. I haven't seen any company out there that has put together a compensation plan as well designed, with the path to success and all the bonuses along the way. All along the way, right to the top. So super excited about it. We really have, and with this Lifewave Now, I'm excited about right after this call, getting on this Lifewave Now call, because, with this AI marketing system, this is really going to make it easy for a lot of people that were really afraid to use not just social media, but we're afraid maybe to use AI and try to combine these things and then get through compliance. And now we've got an AI marketing system that's going to help make your posts, improve them, make sure they're compliant, and allow you to really create much greater sales, which has been really proven, and better sales, better recruiting, and all of this has been incredibly well put together. So I'm excited about this call coming up. Being able
David,
to.
one question I do have for you, David, is when it comes to the new comp plan, I know I get a lot of questions, as I'm sure the other leaders do as well. How do you overcome the question when someone asks you, like, this plan seems really, really confusing? And I always say, well, I like Gregory's line, what do you want to do? You want to learn the comp plan, or you want to learn how to make money? Like, you do it in phases, right? I mean, how do you address that? What's the best summary you can give in 60 seconds or less? How do you address that question to people asking about the comp plan changes?
Well, I think for those of us that have already been involved with the previous plan, we're all learning a new plan. It's probably way more complicated for us because we're looking at the whole plan, and that's really not necessary. And you hit the nail on the head. It's phases. So really, for a new brand partner, we're really going to show them how to begin earning money right out of the gate, and that's really what's important. And in my opinion here, we've got basically two levels. We've got the plan that is paying you retail bonuses and then paying you PIB and bonuses as well, for building your team that are using the product and sharing the product. And you're getting paid that. You're getting paid matching bonuses on that, and your launch bonuses. And all of this is to get you to the point, the leadership point, where is the second phase. And the second leadership phase, in my opinion, I would say it really starts at manager 3, but because that's when you start to earn the binary bonuses. But really, if you break it down into, I'd say the leadership bonus starts at the director level, and that's really at that point where you start to get into the second half of the plan with the binary bonuses and the mentor matching bonuses on the binary and et cetera, et cetera. So I really find the plan very simple when you're just looking at it from the point of view from launching the business and then the leadership.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for that, David. I appreciate you taking the time not only to come on here, but to explain that as well. And I think the comp plan is amazing. And I think we have a tendency to overcomplicate and overanalyze the plan. Just focus on what's right ahead of you. So if you're a one-star manager, focus on the next level. What do I need to do to get to the next level? If you're a 3-star manager, what do I need to do to get to 1-star director? If you're a 2-star director, what do I need to do to get to 3-star director? And whatever your level is, focus just at what's in front of you. And same with your brand partners. When they call you and say, I don't understand this plan. All right, let's start here. Where are you? What's your rank right now? And then you give it to you. Okay, let's go look what the chart says, what you need to do to become from a 1-star to a 2-star, whatever the next level is, and just read that. Point them to the tool, point them to the back office, the what's new section. I mean, when you log into your site and you see right under those 4 circles, you see right below there, news you can use, click the compensation plan, go through those tabs right there and ask people to do that, and then come back to you, and then you'll answer their question further if they have any further questions. I think that's a really good way to handle it, rather than you saying it to each and every person that will call you, because they can consume a lot of your time, and you need to learn to do what leaders do. They point them to the tool, focus them on what the activity is for the next level and what they need to do. You do, you get, and that's what's beautiful about this compensation plan. There's so many components inside the plan now that you can actually earn an income at every single level above and beyond what you had before. It was the 630, 330 balancing of the cycling act. Well, that's gone. We don't have that. And your weaker side flushes every week, the points. So it's really easy to understand percentages and numbers. And the comp plan is really not that difficult, but we have a tendency to complicate it inside of our minds, because like David said, we're trying to look at the old and the new, and we're comparing it. And new people don't know the old when you're bringing them in. They just know what they have right in front of them. So thank you so much, David, for that. I appreciate you so much. And we're planning on Judy and Hannah and I, we're coming to the Bahamas in February on that all expenses paid cruise from Lifewave. So we're going to be in the Bahamas, and understand we may not be exactly in your neck of the woods, but we'd love to set up a time when the cruise ship docks there that we could meet up with you somewhere, have lunch, supper, coffee, whatever it may be, and just
absolutely.
come see you over there.
Yeah.
And you make sure there's no hurricanes down there during that time, David, huh?
I'll do my best.
Awesome. Thank you so much, David. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
And next
you as well.
we've got Kai Jacobson and Lynette both on the call here tonight. They were both at convention as well. And we always have Kai give us that 35,000-foot view and just share from his heart and from his wisdom and his 20 years in Lifewave as well. So Kai, my friend, unmute, and please join me in welcoming Kai and Lynette.
Hi, everybody. David, thank you so much for sharing. It's really great to hear your perspective on things. Lynette, you want to say something?
Ditto.
Oh, go on, David. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I kind of wanted to just share that the convention, what was my favorite moment there was Mickey, what I always say his name wrong. Willie, I'm saying it wrong. Mickey Willis. I was amazed at how articulate and well-spoken he was, and what a deep thinker. And to have him, you know, in the last video that he made, there was over 200 million people have seen it, that he did in the pandemic. I've heard it might even have hit 1 billion people at this point. But at one point it was 200 million on Netflix. And to have someone of that caliber really want to work so closely with David and be so moved by David that he wants to do another one with David, that was really powerful for me. I have to say that was probably, and then, you know, watching the video that they made, the documentary, it was just such a powerful tool, and I can't wait to get, you know, my hands on it and use it in this new AI system that we're going to have, and you know, get that out, because I just think that if we expose a lot of people to the power of what's really the company's offering us, you know, these systems and these videos, that we can really do some serious damage in the next year. And in terms of building really major teams and things like that. So it was wonderful to be with the whole family. It does feel, Gregory's one of my best friends and such a great mentor for me too in this industry. I you know, would love to end with what's my favorite saying that he says, which is, there's a lot of good businesses out there. There's some bad businesses too, but there's a lot of good businesses, but there are very few homes. And Lifewave has it all, and that's what makes it a home. You know, it has, you know, heart, it has light, it has systems now in place, it has a great community, and it really makes it a home. And that's not very common out there. So welcome home, everybody.
Thank you so much, Kai. Your knowledge, your expertise, and your words of wisdom are always so appreciated. And it's such a treat having you on the call as well, Lynette. And we just could get you really busy here. Kai and I have a call with Santos Panacci. He's just woken up from the graveyard and he's got his YouTube channel back with 300,000 subscribers, and he wants to go crazy with Lifewave on it. So we may call on you, Lynette. So things could get interesting for you and Hannah, along with Kai and myself with our call tomorrow. And we have there's so many high-profile people that have come out of the woodwork, and even people that we made the Bahamas cruise based on the last week and a half. I mean, people that had already quit Lifewave a year ago, 2 years ago. Professional real estate guy from that Hannah had sponsored from Montreal, Quebec. All of a sudden, it's like a day and a half left to go for this cruise, and we're just about there. And all of a sudden, boom, 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 things just started happening, and he wants to get back in, and he bought a package, and we had some other people just come in, and people upgrading and advancing, and all kinds of things just came to fruition and got us that cruise. Judy had already earned the cruise before Hannah and I did, so we're excited to be on that cruise with her, and so that'll be lots of fun. And it's there for each and every one of you. Hawaii, Honolulu. Who wants to go to Hawaii in this group? Who wants to right now? Raise your hand if you want to go to Hawaii. You know, it's just a decision. That's all it is. And you have to start now. You got to start now. Attend the next webinar. Learn this AI tool that's coming up, this Lifewave Now. If you haven't heard much about it, haven't studied it yet, be on that webinar immediately, or get the replay if you're not able to attend live, and dissect it, break it down. I was always scared of AI. I'm going to be very honest with you. AI scares the crap out of me. You know what I mean? But this thing is so user friendly. It even emails you, and here's your next surprise. You click the button and it's drafted a thing up, and it's like, wow, it did all that from the few things I inputted into it when I set it up. I was absolutely shocked at this thing. This thing is going to change everything. And some of the greatest networkers out there, and I'm sure David and Kai, you'd agree with me, are the people that are utilizing social media. When you see the biggest award winners on stage, what are they using? Social media, AI, they're using that. The belly-to-belly approach still works great. Kai, myself, and David, I mean, we're old school. I mean, we were used to that. We grew up with that. There was no AI. There was no internet when we started network marketing. So we have the skill set of knowing how to do it the old way, but now we're sometimes challenged with new technology, but don't be afraid of it, because it's definitely something that can be amazing to help you grow your trip and get you on that trip to Honolulu, Hawaii. Hannah's created a nice tracker that we've shared. So if anybody wants that tracker, just let us know. It's been posted in the Success Team WhatsApp group, but we'll send it to you individually. You just have to say, hey, I want that tracker and I want to be on this Honolulu, Hawaii trip. And we'll have a bit of an accountability program where we'll set you up with we'll do what Lifewave did. We'll have a breakout session. We'll pull off a meeting every now and then. Who's running? Who's in the ranking for the trip? Doesn't matter if you're only 5% there, 2%, 10%, whatever it is. Let's work an action plan. Let's get you there, because I'll tell you what, there's no trip like an all expense paid vacation that Lifewave pays. And I know, David, you've been on many of them. Kai, you and Lynette have been on many of them. Hannah and I have been on the last two in a row here, and now going on the third one. So it is absolutely amazing. You can leave your wallet at home and just go and enjoy. And there's no trip like that. There's like no stress whatsoever. So
absolutely,
I'm excited about it. And I've never been to the Bahamas, so this is going to be really cool to actually go to the Bahamas. So Hawaii will be amazing as well. I've been to Maui once. Kai and Lynette used to live there. I was in Maui, but I've never been to the mainland. I've never been to Honolulu at all. So it'll be a brand new experience for us. So let's make the decision. Let's do this. Let's get excited. Let's hold each other accountable. And I think brand new people like Susan Smith on the call here. She was at convention. I mean, her first convention ever. I should have had, if we had more time, I would have had her say a few words as well, but we'll do that on the next call for the sake of time, because it is getting close to the top of the hour here. And I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you. I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. Both Hannah and I are willing to work with you, and let's keep the road shows in mind, guys. They're coming up, and they start in Toronto, and then they move to Winnipeg, Edmonton, Calgary, and then to Vancouver. So keep them near and dear. I'm going back and forth with Geraldo and Garrett right now on some feedback that has been addressed by Rowena, some really good feedback as well, to get these road shows and get the leaders in these cities really interacting with corporate on the agenda. So you'll hear more about that very soon, because I've put the squeeze on them a little bit. So we'll see what we can do for you guys and make it an amazing road show coming across Canada. Now, I wish I could say that they were announcing we'd have the water anytime soon in Canada, but unfortunately, we have no control over what Health Canada does. So it might be a little longer in Canada, but we all have the ability to purchase it from the US, ship it to a US border parcel service place, and bring it in and experience the water yourself. So I want to end it on that note. X2O is going to be phenomenal for our business, but our main product is still always going to be the patches, X39. And David, you spilled the beans kind of on stage. There's some new patches coming. I'm not going to put you on the spot, but we know David is working on some new things. Anything you want to share on that in closing here, David?
That was just, it wasn't anything specific. I was just saying patches, future patches. So yeah, no, nothing in the works that I've been, that I've been informed about.
All right. I want to put you on the spot, but with X39 and X49, and the mind wants to roll X59, X69, the mind can go any direction you want to go with that. So we'll leave it on that note, and we'll close it off. So thank you again, David, for your time, and Kai and Lynette for being here, and Judy, Carl, Lana, everybody, Lada, that shared here tonight. Appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. If you're watching this via replay video, get back to the person that shared this with you, because this company is moving onwards, upwards. Things are going to get crazy, going to rock and roll, ladies and gentlemen. So wonderful. Here's Hannah. Hannah, wave everybody. She's here.
Thank you, Steve. Thank you, David. Thank you, Corolla. Thank you, Judy.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye.
Good night, everybody.
Bye. See you December 2nd, team.
Yeah.
Next call.
December 2nd.
Thank you all.
Have a good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.